The winds of change are upon us.
Philosophical. What changes has climbing brought to your life?
Damn, these are some loaded questions.
A bit too many, I think.
Everything.
My whole life. I've got friends now.
I do a lot more physical activity now.
Brought me a lot of happiness.
It's my safe space.
I don't know, I'd probably still be playing Fortnite or something. I don't know.
Hi, it's Xian.
And Dipi.
We're here today at what was Hang, but is now the Font Hounslow. So we just found out about the news and we thought we'd come here and time capsule the moment because obviously Dipi was a big part of Hang.
And you coached here as well, so it was a big part of our lives.
Yeah, and I think say goodbye to the end of a chapter and so we can move forward with a smile.
Exactly that.
Can you share with us a fond memory of Hang?
Fond memory, I think the night before our first big event, we all camped out in the center so that we could strip all the walls and start setting some crazy routes, and we all tried to sleep up on the mezzanine. I ended up sleeping like down the back of the island over there, and we set a huge wall run with Toby Seeger and his brother, and it was just chaos. We never did it again.
Kind.
But it was that kind of early days, and everyone was so excited that we couldn't sleep, and we were setting until about 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and it was good.
I remember when I first sent my first medium, and I was like, that's a milestone for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's one specific memory, but it's just a lasting mental image of like when you're looking up in a wall and then there are people who you might not know just go up to you and be like, yeah, you can do it. Like, or when you're really stuck on a project and there are people that are just willing to help you out and you end up making friends that way. I think that's one of the really strong core memories of me coming here to hang. And also just you going, Ale! Ale!
Guilty.
I think it was at the last Hangiversary and I decided to come out and do the competitions and I made the finals and the crowd was really behind me. I guess because I'm kind of regular here, so people know me. And I think especially was the last block, when I topped the last block, because I was really tired as well, and I did it, and then the whole crowd went, "Ah!" And I don't know, I just felt like a superstar. I just kind of felt like being at home in a way.
Hello, my name is Dario. I climb here a good amount. To be fair, every day I'm at Hang, it's a fond memory. But one that's particularly fond is doing the Hangiversary for my first time. Getting the only flash on a boulder.
Yeah.
Having like the home crowd cheering. That was good fun.
It was a good moment with the hat, the bucket hat.
Yeah.
Probably my fondest memory is the very first comp. I think there was a lot of like energy with it, and I think a lot of people saw that comps didn't have to be so rigid and about people that were like super strong, and said it was just a hell of a lot of fun.
One of my fondest memories was actually 2 sets that were in the original cave, and it was some green batwings in the cave, and I remember projecting that with Henry, and we both just had such a good time on it.
Fond memory of Hang.
The water.
Maybe, yeah. Staying an hour and a half after work with John, setting up a tarpaulin capturing device. That's good fun. Like good independent scrapping.
All of my memories of Hang are my favourite memory of Hang.
Oh.
The second Hangiversary was my first Hangiversary, and absolutely loved the vibe. I got to meet more people that I hadn't met before, and then we hanged out afterwards, and ever since, like, I keep hanging more with these people. It's my safe space.
Hard to say. I think obviously all the comps and the socials, they're probably my first experience was me and my partner Heidi having our first lesson with Barnes. So,
We love Barnes.
shout out Barnes.
Shout out Barnes.
I think I just have lots of very good memories with friends. I think it's a place that everyone comes to knowing they're going to be really psyched about climbing the blocks because they're so beautiful and creative.
There's so many memories of like working here, setting here, the rebuild. There's a lot. But I guess like if I had to pick one, I love setting for comps, and I set quite like a dynamic boulder just here, like a little jump and a foot. And it was amazing to come like full circle in my climbing and my setting, almost like from being super afraid of doing dynamic moves to choosing to set one and then being able to do it was really, really cool. And that boulder, I guess, like reflected what hang really means to me. It pushed me to challenge myself and get better at climbing, better at setting. And I'd always cherish that a lot.
Nah, you know what? Stripping with Luke has always been fun. That sounds bad. I realise that. The strip and wash, when we strip on the walls, that was always fun. Me and Luke would do that, especially on the compost strips because they'd always be super long. We'd just have to sit, chat for a while,
Yeah.
get up to mischievous things.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us.
Yeah. What me and Luke do behind closed doors stays between us.
Fond memory of hang. There's a lot of them. I actually really enjoyed when we closed.
The first time.
No, yeah. I don't mean like forever, and I don't mean like because I wasn't working. But when we closed, obviously we done all the refurbs ourselves. So a lot of it was like coming in as a team and just like causing chaos, like ripping down walls and moving mats. I remember we were taking down the 60 degree board, and we're having to drill in lemon and herb jugs because we couldn't grab any of it. It was heavy. We're on like 3 ladders on A-frames and drilling lemon and herbs into this ply to carry it down. It was fun. I enjoyed that.
I think I've got the lowest hours of climbing to time in the building ratio.
I'd say so, yeah, I think that's correct.
That is probably my greatest achievement here. I think when it closed, I think that was like a real, like, it really kind of crystallized that kind of feeling of like what a strong community it was. I think, we remembered it and appreciated it more in its absence, maybe than perhaps we did being here all the time. The kind of rebirth of it all was like a really kind of special thing to go through.
A second question is, what changes has climbing brought to your life?
My whole life. I've only been climbing for 4 years, but I don't remember what I did before climbing. I have no clue who I was or what I did with my time or anything, because my whole life now is climbing. I'm with my partner because of climbing. All of my friends are because of climbing. My whole life has changed because of climbing.
A bit too many, I think, because I've been climbing for 20 years. But I think the main thing is that I think I just found something I really loved. And I think before climbing, I never was that enthusiastic about anything. Like, there'll be things I like doing, but it was never that sort of exciting or something I really wanted to do. And I feel like climbing made me realize that there could be things that make me feel really passionate, and then from there everything grows.
Climbing has brought a lot to my life. I think how I see myself. I think after I got quite good at climbing, I started just feeling a bit more confident and a bit more secure. I think in general, it's like a bit vague, but I feel like when you get good at climbing, you feel better in yourself. And if something happens, there's always, I'm quite good at climbing to back up to.
Oh my God. Nothing. No, joking. I wouldn't say climbing has changed my life at all. I would say being involved in a climbing gym is what's changed. A lot of like the community, like I'm very good friends with like a lot of our old members that have been here a long time, because I've also been here a long time now. I think that's kind of what climbing is about, really. It's just like meeting people randomly and then becoming like good friends.
I would say, like, physically, obviously, it's made me a lot stronger. But then as well as that, it's like helped me meet so many new people and like make new friends. Yeah, it's been really nice.
It's made me meet a lot of my friends, like Izzy. I met a lot of new people. I do a lot more physical activity now because I do it for like quite a lot of hours every week. It's got me a lot more fit, and also it's just quite fun, so it's something to do every day.
I feel like my entire life just revolves around climbing now. I don't need to do workouts at the gym. I'm like, I'm just gonna go climbing. It's fun. It's like a dopamine hit every time. I feel like I'm addicted to climbing. It's like all the colors as well. I love it. It makes me happy.
Climbing just brought me a lot of happiness. It's brought me a lot of happiness. It's given me a focus. It's brought me setting, which has given me a space to express my creativity a lot. I moved to London in my late 20s and I made so many amazing friends through climbing, and a lot of them at hang.
I think in terms of like stability of like mental health and like well-being, like having that in my week, each week is just like, I think really positive for me.
A little bit of discipline. I don't really have that discipline most of the time, where I find it a little bit difficult to get the motivation. But with climbing, being projects that you have to set, it just gets me to keep going. It gives me the discipline to get better every time.
Everything. I mean, I feel like climbing has changed my social life. I think all of my current friends are through climbing, really close friends, people that I'd consider family. It's become my career, hobby, absolute obsession. And it's just, it keeps teaching me more and more.
I'm just gonna go back to the whole meeting new people, new friends, because when you're an adult, it's not so easy to meet new people. Other than work or the people that you've grown up with, it's too fast paced or you're just too busy. So I would say making new friends and lasting friendships now. It's been years and I'm still meeting up with some of these people that I've just met in passing because you've fallen off the wall and you were laughing together because you were like in the same position as each other. I think that's really funny. And it doesn't always have to be so deep. Sometimes you're just like, hi, I like climbing rocks or plastic.
I've got friends now and acquaintances. As someone who had never climbed before coming to hang, yeah, it's completely changed my outlook on like physical activity and sport. I didn't think that could be coupled with community in the way that it has been done. I didn't seek to get that out of here, and now I can't imagine a kind of a world where that didn't happen. So yeah, that was huge.
It's really hard since I've been climbing for so long.
Yeah.
I've been climbing for 20 years now, so climbing has always been a part of my life. But I think I've grown with climbing, and it's been so nice to see the sport grow into this really popular, really colourful, creative place to be.
I started climbing when things weren't too great for me, and it definitely it just completely changed my mindset. And after I started, I just became way happier, and meeting everyone in hang and climbing with everyone. It definitely was a massive turning point in my life.
So I stopped drinking obviously about nearly a year ago, and since then I've spent a lot more time climbing, lost a lot of weight, got a lot stronger. So it's been, really big things the last 6 to 9 months. It's been good.
I used to be 20 kg heavier than I am now, so I was quite chubby in comparison. So for me, the biggest change it's brought is a manageable level of fitness. And the thing that probably inspired it was an old housemate of mine said to me that most people just haven't found the exercise that's for them. But as soon as I found this and kind of got into it, I fell in love with it, and that allowed me to lose the weight without feeling like I was exercising, because I felt like this was accidental exercising. I happened to be really tired, but actually what was stimulating me was, how do I get to the top? And how do I deal with that? And that ended up culminating in me cutting the weight in about 3 months and becoming a more sensible sized human.
Kind of, it's all I do really. So it's kind of changed everything. If I didn't really climb, I don't know, I'd probably still be playing Fortnite or something. I don't know. It's changed everything in a good way, I hope.
I think it's found a really nice through line that I can rely on to feel good and nice, no matter what else I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. And last question is, change can be exciting, but it can also be scary. So if you had to give advice to your younger self on how to navigate change well, what would you say?
Damn, these are some loaded questions. I thought he was just going to be like, hi.
What grade do you climb?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be it. That's why I wanted to move on. I don't know. I don't feel like much has changed. I think probably one of the worst things when change happens is if it's a forced change, then it's trying to hold on to the past. I think that's quite hard. Change is change, and that will shape you into the person you're, I always think, destined to be.
Focus on the things that are under your control. They are the things that you can change. Things changing around you aren't your fault. And I think every time a big change has come along in my life, something good's come out of it. Focus on the positives.
Embrace it. You don't know what's going to happen, but it's probably going to be good. It usually is.
I don't know, I feel like when I was younger, I was more scared of change than maybe should be. I think a lot of young people are, but you always move forward and you always progress in a positive way. Again, it's deep.
Yeah,
but it's just,
we love it.
It's trying to be true
be less worried about it instead of like worrying if something was going to happen, just kind of let it happen and just deal with it then, or like at least prepare for it instead of just being worried about it constantly.
I think change is difficult when it's something that we know and we love that's changing. Obviously, if it's like a bad situation, it changes, you're like, yeah. But I think it's hard when it's something you love and you sort of cherish. Changes, but at the same time, you know, if something doesn't change, something new cannot happen. Be curious and don't fight it too much.
I would say just like go with the flow, like just make sure like reach out if you need help, but definitely just like let's chill, you know, just work your way through it really.
Just keep going. My younger self was a little bit scaredy cat, and which is fine. But like, even though when things seem scary, just give it a go. You might surprise yourself.
Anxiety is a thing that gets triggered when there's a lot of change, right? You're worried about what's going to change. I think it's just work out what's in your control and what's not in your control, and then only focus on the stuff that's in your control, and the stuff that's out of your control, kind of just allow it to be what it is, and hopefully try put it to the back of your mind, although that's easier said than done.
So I'm still not very good at this. If I can choose to change something, I get very excited about it. I'm like, okay, sick, a new prospect, a new challenge. But when it's thrust upon, it's harder. So it's something I'm learning. And I think ultimately it is just, it sounds cliche, but accept it, embrace it, not get too panicked.
You just have to suck it up, but try to be nice to myself because I'm not very good at that. I'm good at being like, just get over it, you're fine, just shut up. But I'd be nice to myself and say, you will get through it. You have to get through it in an ominous, positive kind of way.
Probably I'm a procrastinator, so probably my advice would be to just do it, you know, just try and stop hanging around waiting for the right time and just, you know, embrace changes.
Embrace it and don't assume everyone's got kind of nefarious intentions. You know, refrain on passing judgment until, you know, people have had a fair crack at trying to achieve something.
Change is okay. Sometimes it's not okay. You know, you kind of just you go with what you can do. You do what you can. Apart from that, you just gotta go with it.
So much of the change we have is growth, so it's nothing to be afraid of.
Don't take yourself so seriously. If you overthink something, it's the process of just being stuck before you're able to do the thing, because overanalyzing something is not going to help out. And yeah, just have fun with it.
It'll sort itself out. Just hang in there.
Are we in?
Yeah, you're both in.
Okay. So this has been good.
Yes.
It's been emotional. It's been nice. Some fond memories out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I guess this is goodbye. Goodbye, Hang, and thanks for the memories.
All the good, bad.
And
No,
ugly.
no.
That's the phrase, right?
Good. Yes, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And the spicy.
Bye.
Bye.